this crowd loud enough to opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's got the 40-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Scruggs. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
The tackle at the 47-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Mond. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. Back to throw. Scruggs. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And this crowd into it early. Their guys stand tall on the opening drive of the football game. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. A shotgun snap, Fields. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far, and 2nd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That's complete right side to Kmet. And he will have the Bears first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. On 1st down, it's Fields. Flushed out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
Scruggs. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for Minnesota.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Looking to throw. Scruggs. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. No score after 1 on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A give. This is Cook. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
The play fake. Scruggs on the move to his left. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack.
So not only do you not get the first down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower because he's got to get more distance. That means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. To throw is Fields. Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
So the completion good for 7 there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Fields on 3rd down.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Fields on 1st down.
This taken in by Jakeem Grant. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That's another Bears 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Here's Fields.
And his throw is incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Big score, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
This is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win. But that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Throwing on 1st down. Scruggs. Open here, Adam Thielen. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 37-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
I'm coming for you, son. I'm coming for you, son. That's 22, baby. I got you. I got you.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
He finds his man, complete. It's Grant. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there just before halftime.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the gun, running with Cohen. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. On 2nd and goal, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bears will add on to their lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Scruggs. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two teams currently going over their final halftime adjustments. We are just about set to get back to it in the second half. And for the call, let's go back to Soldier Field in Brandon God.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is Jakeem Grant. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo!
Now a first down throw. Fields. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Out of the gun, Fields. Brought in over the middle by Grant. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. A heck of a play there on third down, but amazingly, they're still short for fourth.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On first down, Scruggs swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Play action. Scruggs out to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook. And some room to work. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Greg Joseph on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14, Vikings 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Going for the deep ball. And got his man complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing again is Fields. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that'll set him back 5.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Now Fields. Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Santos now to add the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bears 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover. They want to try and put points on the board.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. They have 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Forced out to his left. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Now we'll throw here to his running back. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back, the extra defender, he really tightened up things downfield in coverage, and they were able to get to him in the pocket.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Scruggs. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Scruggs. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And they will score a pick-6 for a Bears touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Santos with the extra point. Is now 24. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
Vikings now to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's that
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Still 15 yards to go. Second down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Throwing on first down. Scruggs. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Man open is Robinson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Well, Barton, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. We're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and 1. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
So for the Bears, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they'll fall to 1-2, and they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.